Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Keystone Bullet Premier 30 RIPR travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, you got your short slide down there, but I also want you to think about how much room you're going to need for your awning. On your off campsite, beside your slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. So your power is going to plug in all the way on the rear corner on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and then your water connection is going to be up toward the front of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive, unhook our hitch. First thing we're going to do is level our unit. Unit comes with a power VAL stabilizing and leveling system. Turn that on here. Once it's on, we'll start bringing down the stabilizing jacks. Well, first, our tongue jack, hold that down and hit extend or retract the tongue jack until you're level. Once your unit's level, we'll go ahead and bring that down our stabilizing jacks. We can hit all stabilizing jacks, hit extend, and that would run them. Extend all stabilizing jacks, and that'll run them all down. Sorry. Before I get all the way to the bottom, come around here and tell you I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect these feet from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. I like to get them all the way down on this system, get them all down close, and then kind of run them down individually. So we're going to hit extend right front. You can see it come down. Once it feels like it's going to start lifting the unit, stop. Because remember, our unit's already level. All we're trying to do is stabilize it. Same thing here. Once it feels like it's going to lift the unit, stop. Rear. Have someone back there watching it. But you can hear it slow down. You'll know that's when it's down all the way. And our right rear. Got unit level. And then stable. Show the rear ones here. Got unit level and stable. Now we hook up our power and water. 30 amp cord plugs in here on the rear. Where these go in, they go in at about 11 o'clock. Once it's in, turn it to the right, and then put this gray washer on. You can use a 30 to 15 amp reducer to plug into 110 if you need to. Get your power hooked up, hook up your water. At campsites, we are going to hook up to city water connection. I am going to recommend a water pressure regulator. Hook that up. Hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located over here on the entry side, and all we're doing at this point is making sure our drain plug is back in there. Get that in there nice and snug, then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a few minutes, come up inside here. We're going to open up our slides, which we'll get to shortly, but I need you to just go open them up so you can get to your water lines. Turn this sink on, get all the air out of the lines. Same thing with your shower and sink in your bathroom. Turn them on, get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Then you can shut them off and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go camping. We're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank. All right, no need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right there. or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it up. Once it is full, remove that hose, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That is already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp with power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Continuing here on the off-camp side. Mention those power stabilizing jacks. There is a hand crank that you can get these up and down should you lose power. Nice pegboard in there that can hang on. Again, our freshwater and city water. Below that's going to be our freshwater drain. Got an outdoor shower here. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black tanks. Access panel to the back of your fridge. It's a flue for your furnace. A couple things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. And if you want, they actually sell bug guards you can put on those. There's a wiper slide. Actually, we just applied some on there. A wiper fluid that makes these wipers, adds to the longevity of the life of them, keeps them nice and pliable. That's how you want those over the years. Back here again, your power. Inside here is your cable and satellite hookups. You can open that up to lock that and run your cable through there. Got a spare tire, looks in good shape. I recommend getting a cover for it. That'd add to the longevity of the life of that. Keep that from dry rotting on you. Looks like you're prepped for a backup camera. You've also got a griddle holder back here with quick connect LP right up underneath there. You do got an awning with a pitch control. Awnings are recommended for shade. Light rain, normally heavy rain or heavy winds, bring them in, keep them safe. If it is a light rain, you want to adjust the pitch of this, pull down on that, now run the rainwater this way. Your pitch adjust can be done from either end. An outdoor kitchen here, which this sets up nicely. Got an outdoor TV here. Get that to turn on for you. Looks like access to this from indoors as well. Got a fridge. Yep, there's our TV. Cut that back off. One-sided cable there.
I'm the attorney for Russell Hayes.
Now it's off. Got a nice little prep table right here. So get your little gas griddle for your bumper griddle. Got an outdoor kitchen here. You'll have a nice little area here. A couple outdoor speakers. Make sure you lock these. You don't want these popping open traveling down the road. A couple of 110s outside in case we need to put a crock pot on the table. Again, our hot water heater. Underneath our hot water heater is going to be our low point drains. We'll talk about them again when leaving the campsite. On your awning, you don't want to bring that awning out unless your door is brought in. As you see how close that comes to it, it actually touches it. So put your door at 90 degrees and you can open that awning up. Pass-through storage, there's an attachment for your bumper griddle. Working on getting your hitch work on here. Up front, your propane does have a cover on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. Again, our auto leveling system. About covers everything out here. Oh, we are prepped for solar as well. So, right in there is you can plug in the solar panel to charge your batteries once you got the battery hooked up here. Now let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up inside your unit, first thing I always like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of emergency. Right in front of you as you come in is your control panel. I'll start up top here and show you your brand new battery. Fresh, that's the freshwater button I said you can hold when you're filling your freshwater. Black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric. It does make a difference. Choose correctly. Here's where you turn on the water pump to utilize that freshwater tank. Your awning, retract and extend. You only want to extend that awning out until that bar, you can see the bar. Your flap has fallen down to 90 degrees, you can see the bar. As far as you want to extend that out, you got awning lights out here as well. So if you hold extend down, that will start running itself up onto itself. So keep an eye on it. When you run it out, make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. Again, a reminder to make sure you keep your door out of the way of it as you're bringing it back in. So get that the rest of the way in. Again, our ceiling lights, porch lights, which is your awning light, and your slide controls. You do need a battery, unless you're plugged in, to utilize these slide controls. Alright, it's a good time to tell you the slam locks work best when gently slammed. Coming in, first thing in the unit we'll talk about is your thermostat. We get right through and turn on the AC. Turn that as low as I can as you crank that on. Go all the way through to off, just 2 touches away. Generally, most AC shut off rather quickly. That one did as well. Now I'm going to go to your furnace. What I'm going to show you here is, once your furnace kicks on, when you shut it off, it takes a few minutes for the fan to actually cycle through before it shuts off. As you return, you can hear it running good there. Shut that to off. Again, like I said, you'll hear that for a couple minutes here. We'll come back to the bathroom. We'll walk right into the kitchen here. Show you your breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s in there and a couple 40s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Coming into our kitchen, we do got a hand crank little area here to let some heat up out of here if it's hot. Light fan and light above your cooktop. Panel light. Rock this glass top back. That makes a great backsplash. Turn this to light, which is the flame. Get your spark, and that's where these will light. Through there. You gotta make sure your gas is on up front. Same thing in your oven. Turn it to light. Hit that spark. That'll light your oven. Get up underneath there and make sure you see that your pilot light has lit, and then you'll just turn it to your desired temperature. Make sure this glass is down for traveling. Self-explanatory microwave. Beautiful pantry. Lighting for your lights, your entertainment centers up here. Turn on our sound system, AM, FM, Bluetooth. DVD, I think if you hook up the right coaxials to it, it should be a DVD player. Now let me show you your stereo system. Might not pick up a lot in this metal building, but let's see what I can get on a scan here. Alright, so indoors, and your outdoor speakers. So again, AM, FM, headphone, USB, auxiliary. Hold that in, shut that off. Nice sound system. Connex, TV. Sorry, I didn't hit the on button, but see that strapped in for travel? Tell you want that. When you get to
in the winter requires a high level of skill and craftsmanship.
Local places, go into your settings,
even during the winter.
Menu, excuse me. Go into menu, run a digital channel scan, and that'll allow you to pick up more channels at your local areas. Sorry. Alright, I will show you quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. Remove your back Velcro cushion. Put a lift here in the front. pull it up and toward you. Make sure your legs are down. Lay the back down, and just that quickly you've got another place to sleep. Now most importantly, you want to make sure you lift this back up first before you jackknife that back in there, otherwise you could damage this. Again, lift this up, put your fingers and fold them in. Bring the legs down. Put your cushions on the back. Just that quickly you are back to a sofa. Theater seating here. I think these have what I like to call a parachute pull. Yeah. Just pull on that. There's your recliner. Use your feet to push it back down. Great place for a remote. If you ever remember it. On your island, you've got 110 here, 110 there, sink cutting board cover, and some plumbing to maintain. Just keep an eye on it. If you travel a lot and you're bouncing the house up and down the road a lot, this may wiggle loose. So keep an eye on things, more so than you do your own home. No extension, but nice little table there, dinette. Automatic fridges are real easy. Just turn them on up here. If it says auto, when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're running off your battery. Or gas, excuse me. Down here's your gas. Lift that up. Now you're running off gas. If that light comes on, your gas is low. That's how you want to do that for boondocking. Head off into our bathroom again. Do have a hand crank open. Exhaust in there. Here's your fan. Shower door, you want this snapped closed for travel. Don't want them doors bouncing around. 110 with GFCI reset. More plumbing to keep an eye on. You see it's mostly PEX, so easy to maintain. Bedroom doors, want these snap open for travel. Don't want them bouncing all over things. Smoke alarm back here. No, excuse me, this is your carbon monoxide detector. Lighting, which is all turned on from under here. And then your individual lighting underneath here. And a third TV remote. Start that one up for you. Hand crank open, pull vent there. So scanning for channels. Again, you have to do the same thing here. Get in there and scan your channels. Sorry about the background noise. He's putting hitches on for you. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. What I like to do is start by coming here and just simply shutting off my ceiling lights. Then I know any other lighting that's on in the unit, I can walk through and shut off. I do want to mention you do have storage underneath your bed here as well. Got to mention, same thing in the living room. Any other lights that are on are little accent lights to shut off. You don't want these on when you're going down the road. There it is. And lastly, our oven. Now all the accent lights are off. Come back to your control panel. Turn on my ceiling lights. And say doors and drawers. Walk through the unit. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed, especially these kitchen ones. They utilize every inch with these slides. So make sure everything is closed. Batten down your hatches. We will start with glide number 2. That's going to be a kitchen slide. So hold that in. I'll let you watch that come in. Again, all cabinets closed. Every inch they use. Alright, and we'll go to number 1. It's going to bring our office campsite in. There's your smoke alarm. That was in the bedrooms, actually here above your dinette in the kitchen. And this is where it's prepped for a Furrion Access Wi-Fi router. The whole Keystone for information on that. All right, we got our slides in. Shut our lights off and exit the unit. Now on these steps, whether coming up or down, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this could catch on it. See how close it comes? Before we leave the dump station, lock and deadbolt, lift and turn this handle. That's how you want that handle for travel. All right, if we are out dry camping, or boondocking, or at our campsite, come up here, turn your power on, hit retract and touch all stabilizing jacks. You'll hear all of them come up. All right, you hear all of them up. If we are dry camping, come underneath your fresh water and dump that freshwater tank and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever you're in need of. If we're at a campsite, bring up them stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. That's the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be in front of your tires, almost halfway between your tires and in front of the unit, on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Park accordingly, hook up your hose, and pull that handle on the left. That's going to be your black handle. That's going to be your sewage. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty or almost empty, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, and hook up to this tank flush. Hook that up, turn on your hose again with your black handle open, and let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When you're done, close that up, make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained, and then you can pull your gray handle on your right here. Usually while my grays are draining, you see over on the other side, you can walk over there and dump those low point drains. We got to go over there anyway, because if we're done camping for the season, you don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater. You're going to come over here. We're going to lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, because hot water is going to come out of there. When that's done, push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. And then you can pull this drain plug for your residual hot water. When your grays are done draining, you're going to close up that gray handle, and then we're going to come over here and hook up here. After we unhook our hose, hook up over here to the right of that, because this is going to be where you dump your island water. So hook that hose up, pull that handle. When that one's empty, it's going to be your second gray tank inside. When that's done, close that up. Take that sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Premier for many years to come. Happy camping.